Hello, Internet. It is I, the Malik Aaron, and welcome back to Box Office Predictions. Today we're going to be talking about Retribution. So, as usual, we're going to be going over the pros and cons. So, let's get to it. Pros. Hmm. Well, um, Liam Neeson, I guess. I mean, the dude's very recognizable. Obviously, he's been a lot of stuff, whole lot of stuff. It's kind of ridiculous. I mean, the first movie here that I recognize immediately is Schindler's List. There's that. There's, Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. There's The Haunting, I guess, although that movie was bad. Um, Gangs of New York, I don't know about that. Love Actually, sure. Batman Begins, where he was Ra's al Ghul. The Chronicles of Narnia movies, where he voiced Aslan the Lion. Then Taken. Taken changed his entire career. It really did. That kind of changed his whole trajectory. But that movie became like a bit of a smash hit, and so pretty much he spent the next like 15 so years doing action movies, with some other movies like in between, like say Clash of the Titans, a movie that deserves to be forgotten. Um, I guess A Team kind of like next 3 days, sure. I guess after that, there's like Unknown, The Gray, not Battleship, um, Taken Two, and then Nonstop, and then Walk Among the Tombstones, and then we just go on and on and on and on and on. So, yeah, but Liam Neeson. Most of these movies, like people only really watch them because he's in it. So, in the sense, he's a draw in a way. So I feel like all the people, all like the five, the 10 people out there who want to see this movie, they're all gonna watch it because of Liam Neeson. That's pretty much it. So yeah, I'd label Liam Neeson's presence as a pro, although his track record that'll be a con by itself. We'll go over that later because there's a lot to go over. So we're gonna that'll come soon. And I think that's it with pros. I think I'm done. Am I done? Yeah, I'm done. Okay. All right, cons. All right, well, let's go back to Liam Neeson then. Might as well, right? So, Liam Neeson, all right. I covered all of his hits, but recently things have taken like a very bad turn for like his action movies. Like from Taken to let me see. Nonstop. It was going great. Like Nonstop, The Gray Unknown, they were making a decent amount of cash. And I'm like, okay, Neeson's found like a really nice like a little niche here. And Taken 2, despite not being good, made quite a lot of cash. And so yeah, like things were going really good, but then things took a bad turn with like a Walk Among the Tombstones. That was a bit of a flop, I think. Yeah, it was a bit of a bust. People were like, huh, that's weird. And then Taken 3 did all right, but its domestic haul was way less than like the first two movies, although it still made 300 million. But Run All Night, that was a bust in a way. So that was a flop, and then The Commuter just did meh, and then Cold Pursuit did meh, and then things only got worse from there. Um, and then The Honest Thief and The Marksman. I'm gonna give these movies a pass because they came out at a really, really, really bad time for the industry. This was like when theaters like just reopened and no one was going to the theater. No one was willing to go. So yeah. So I'm gonna give those a pass. What I won't give a pass to is Blacklight and Memory. Those came out well after the fact that movies could make money in theaters again. Okay. So there's no excuse for how those movies did. Both of those movies did horrible. And then recently this year had Marlowe, a movie I'm pretty sure you all forgot even existed, including me. I forgot it existed too. That did even worse. That wasn't even an action movie, but still, Liam Neeson, like his movies, they've seen way, way, way better days. And it's reached a point where I actually like, been seeing articles where people are just like, Liam, stop. Just please retire from the action movie genre. Like, please. Just, it's over, Liam. Just move on. Just stop making these movies because they all just blend in with one another. They all just feel like variations of like the same movie at this point. So yeah, Liam Neeson's recent track record and like his action movies all failing, that's a big old con right there. But another equally big con is the reviews for this movie, which are very bad. So 29%, which is not ideal. What's even less ideal is the cinema score is a C, which is god awful for a movie like this. I expect a C from a horror movie or a movie that was very controversial. A C for like an action movie like this, that's death. Absolute death. And it's a audience score on Rotten Tomatoes is 63%, which I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right. So yeah, horrible reviews, horrible scores across the board. That's a big con. That's a death blow. So there's that. The fact that this movie hasn't had much marketing like at all. This movie just kind of appeared. Really, it feels like the only movie people knew existed was Gran Turismo, and everything else is just there. So yeah, there's been a severe lack of. I haven't seen a single ad for this movie like, at all. So obviously that's a problem. That's a con. And there's also just competition in general. There's Gran Turismo, there's Barbie, Oppenheimer, Mutant Mayhem, Blue Beetle, not to mention older movies coming back to cinemas, and the fact that there's National Cinema Day, which is going to cause the whole weekend to go into a state of confusion, because cinema that day is Sunday, and all tickets are $4. So basically, that might kill Friday and Saturday. As a result, definitely Saturday, because why go to a movie Saturday and spend normal price when you could just wait till Sunday and spend less money, right? Like, there's no point in going to the theater on Saturday. There's no point. So, yeah, this weekend's gonna be very strange. But it'll be interesting to look at it, to witness. But yeah, yeah, National Cinema Day. That's gonna cause some. It's gonna be very strange. So it's kind of a bit of a con, mainly because of its uncertainty. And I think that's it. So opening weekend, let's look at Liam Neeson's recent movies. Might as well, right? What was it? Memory. Memory. There's too many of these movies. 2022. Okay, that's been the. Oh, that's not it. That's not what I wanted. Shoot. Great. Might as well go back to Liam Neeson one more time. Okay, acting credits. Memory. All right. That opened with $3 million. Blacklight opened with $3.5 million. I'm pretty sure Retribution is in like less theaters. Yeah, it's definitely in less theaters. It's only in like 1,700 theaters, so way less theaters than those two movies. And Marksman, just like during the hard COVID era, that was like less than 2,000. And then Honest Thief, that was 2,400. So, wait, how much did they open with? Marksman, 3 million. Honest Thief, 3 point. I don't even think it shows it. Maybe it's just not there. 3.6 million. Okay. So 3 million is like the main thing with like the recent movies. That's not happening here. I don't see that happening at all. I think it's gonna hit like 2 to 3 million. and its final total will reach like, with word of mouth being as toxic as it is, it's not going to reach 10. I wouldn't be surprised if it failed to reach 5. Honestly, word of mouth is that bad. And it's like next week you have Equalizer 3. That's going to kill this movie completely because they share basically the same target audience. So yeah, yeah, this movie's gonna die a quick death. And that's it for the weekend. That's it for August. We're done. Summer is not quite over. We technically still have one weekend left because next week is Labor Day weekend. That's the official end of summer. And we got one movie to discuss. Hopefully, one movie to discuss. And that's Equalizer 3. So that should be interesting to talk about. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, that's it. That's all. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment, turn notifications, share the whole drill. Want to check out more videos like this? I got playlists on the homepage, all previous prediction videos I made on the channel. You know, if you want to watch any of the past ones I've done this year, the past few years, want to watch any of those, go right ahead. There's also the canceled series where I go over all the movies that were supposed to come out but didn't. I've never covered Retribution once. Yeah, I have never covered it once. So there's that. I made 202 episodes of canceled. I made two like this weekend. Not this weekend, this past week. 201 and 202. So it's 202 episodes. So if you want to watch any of them from beginning to now, you want to binge them all from beginning to now, I highly encourage you to do that. So go do it. It's also box office recaps where I go over the box office results for any particular month. August recap will come out the first week of September, roughly the first week of September, after Equalizer 3 releases. August is going to be a real sad video to make because there wasn't a single movie that came out that I could call an undisputed hit. The biggest of the bunch domestically is Mutant Mayhem, which is going to reach 100 million, which is something Meg 2 and Blue Beetle will never be able to say. So there's that. But yeah, August was very weak. Extremely weak. Barbie dominated August. The same with Oppenheimer. Barbenheimer dominated August. And they were July movies. And they still bodied pretty much all of the August movies, which should tell you a lot. So, yeah, stay tuned for that recap video for August. And then my 3-part summer recap video, that will come out late September. So stay tuned for that as well. But if you want to watch any of the past recap videos I made on the channel, you can go right ahead. And yeah, that's it. That's all. I am out. Goodbye.